Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Pete. You're watching Pete J. Cooper the Model Builder, and welcome back. And it's been quite a while. I've been I've not been doing anything for quite a week because my back just went. More or less, I was trying to mow the lawn and it's zapped me right in the back. But we're not there at the moment, and you may see quite a red eye as well. Don't worry about that. Working on it. It will go away by itself. But we're doing a Ghostbusters today, and I'm really looking forward to that. As you can see on the side camera, if that is proper quality, because I'm having some issues with that one. You can see right here some parts for the previous part 76 I've already done, because putting that on, come on guys, I don't need to show you that. Just a few screws in there and that's it. And so without further ado, you've got the car there, and in the background the chassis with the passenger compartment and the back of it. Without further ado, with that, let's go straight into me showing you the magazine. Okay, right in front of you, issue 21, and oh, that's a nice picture. All right. Stages 75, 76, 77 and 78. And 78 is the front window. We're putting a trim in this one. And we're taking some things out. I've got these wires out. We've tested that on the car, but we're taking them off again. First side panel, we're making some lights. Second panel, which I've already done, which is right here, because come on. Just screwing in 3 BM screws, but that's it right there. 1, 2, 3 BMs. Don't over tighten it. It is plastic going into metal, so you will be using a little bit of oil, but that's it. And then 77, another trim, but then on the other side, and putting them with BPs, then taking out the W, which I've already done, which is this one. Which is the door switch on the other side. On the, I think this is the right side, because the shorter one is on the left hand side, because most probably. Then we're putting that door switch in. Then this is not very helpful, but I think that is a light of some sort that we're putting in. Rear view mirror, just a mirror, not a rear view mirror. Now we're putting this little antenna assembly together, which will come out there. The grate that is then, is that a grate? What is it called? Is that called a grate? I think it, well, we'll place the upper front intake, which is right there, a few screws. Then we're putting in the bumper, which we have here. Although we still have the wrong number plate, because the lines go on after that, and it should be a neat line on the side there. So we're going to put that on as well. And 77 will be done when that is all together. And then lastly, we'll be putting in the front window with the window trim. And that's it for this time. I've got the next 2 in already. So depending on how hard they are, I might do them as well. Okay, this is stage 75, as you can see right there. Let's put that away on the side, because we're getting this one in and putting in the left, and this is gonna be so bloody heavy. We're gonna put that trim that we have on this side. And then we're going to put BPs in there. So we need 2 BPs, 3 BPs for that. We're putting one back because we're not using that anymore. We've got one special and an extra one. And then I think I need 2, because I don't want it to scratch on this side either. That one, and we need to tighten up that one as well. This bonnet opens up because I've not got the proper spring on this side, but that's okay. And I know you cannot see this, so I will set the camera somewhere else. But I want to try this first. Yeah, we're putting it in right here, and we're putting a bracket over it, and I need to see how that bracket goes. If you see right there, there's an outtake, and we put that to the front of the car. Then we use 2 EMs. Okay, and we put that to the side because we're doing something else. We've done those two, and we're up to step number. We need to get the LED with the number S on it, and we need to get the car back in. This is number S. I left that brace in to keep the car into good. Okay, you. Oh God, this is hard to show. I put that cable in like so. Can you see that properly? Yeah. And that needs to go all the way to the end, but for the moment this is just fine, and I'm putting it forward a little bit and putting it into the channel that you see right there. And the only thing we do then is put this over it and push it on like so, and it's free to move, so that's good. So we've put that panel on then, and I'm holding it down because I don't know what screws we are putting in on the other side. JM and LM. Let's start with JMs. Okay, let's start with an LM in the front. That's this one. We're putting an LM right there, and we put one right in between right there. Can you see that? So we put one right there, and we're going to put one a little bit further on. We'll tighten that up later. We're putting a JM in the top one here, right there. Then we're putting another JM. Sorry, did I hit you? I think we're putting another JM in the lower hole of the two. Don't know if you can see that right there. And that's that. Now we're going to put this away, but that is what we have put in. So these are the parts for the light. So have a look at that. There's a little notch there, and there's a little something there as well. They need to be aligned. So we've got that. We put that one together with the blue light, and then we're putting this on the back, and an RP screw, and that's that bloody tiny thing. So we might as well put that on a screwdriver before we put them together. That's the RP going in. And we put that one in. So we've got a flat surface. Then, oh God, these are tiny. Must be one of those RPs again. SP. So we're putting the SP on. We're actually putting on that point that one, and there's there's a lug out, there's a lug there and a hole there, so you can put them together. Then we take that out. There's no other way to do that. So then another mini RP screw, and we've got that spotlight. I don't know where we're going to put that, but we will be putting that on. And that is 75 done, so we're going to put that away with the bumper right there. And we're going to 75. And 75 is putting those two together. That little lining with BM screws. Be careful with that. It's the little silver part is plastic, so You don't want to break that. And we're going to 77. So we know how this works. We're putting it on like so. We've done that with the previous. Something in the paint there. And I think we use BPs. Yep, we do. Then we're going to put the switch in again, which we saw in the earlier stage. So I will not be showing the whole thing. So I don't know why we have that pin, as you can see right there, but we will keep it. If not, let's see in on the parts list what is, if there's anything like that. 77D, yeah, that's the antenna. Oh, okay, we will be putting that antenna in later, so we are not throwing it away. And then we're doing that little thing that will go onto this. We've got a hole right there, and we've got this funky looking mirror. So we're putting it into there. There's a location lock for that as well, so that will keep it neatly. And we are going to put a GM for that. Just the one. And as it's M again, can't say this enough, for ease of screwing, put a bit of oil on that tip. So we're going to put LM, and 2 JMs in, and we've done this on the other side. So you will see me do it, but it's hard for me to show you the whole thing. Okay guys, it was a hassle, because the hole that was bored on this side was not in the middle, so it would not line up with the well, more or less the little screw tower that was in there on the other side. So it didn't work, but we're putting the antenna together. So we're using you here. We're putting that little, it's plastic, that little thing we had with the bracket that we need to use for the door switch. We're putting that into the antenna. It's not coming loose, so that's fine. But what I will do, I will put a drop of my favorite glue in there. And let's see, and we're putting it on this side. And we're putting a screw in from underneath, which is the EM. We had them out already, so we might as well put that in straight away. And as you see, I broke my completely broke it, but I can fix that if I can find it. That was not too smart, so don't turn it upside down like I just did. Let's see if we can, with that little clamp, if that's enough. We're up to see the wizard. Let's see. Yeah, we do need a car, and we're going to turn it upside down again, because we're putting that in. Guys, I thought this was going to be an easy one. Okay, that's in properly, and we need 3 EPs to put that in from the other side. I think we need to loosen that because we're going to put the bumper on. That will keep it on neater. But we do need the other side, because we do some cable managing. So I will have to turn that. So we're putting that wire together. That's in. That's in. So there are pins to catch that. Now we've got those in. We will be putting those on later, but we're going to start with 2 BPs, no, LMs on the top. Yeah, this is where you can see it much better. Yeah, the lower of the two, so we're going to put it screw in here. That's good, that's good. So we've got those in there, and then we're going to put the camera right there, and we're going to put those two, that one, oh, and that one with a BP screw in there, right there. So we're putting a GM in this one and that one, and then pushing it like this is the best way to do it, I think. When we close the lid up, there we go, that's good. The only thing we need to do is cable management. I don't know if you can see it properly, but the wires are tidied under that little bracket right there. And there. And you need to do those beforehand, before you put the side panel on, otherwise it's hard to put in, just what I've just done. So that's not too smart. This is not my best work, guys, I'm sorry. So we've got a window, and we've got the frame in stage 78. And some screws, that's it. So, but if I can give you a tip, be very careful with that antenna or that mirror thing. That is really breakable, and I turned it around and forgot that it's there. You might want to not put that on and put that on later. I may take that off, that's even better. That's a better way to put them together, but we are going to put that on. As you can see, that's on pretty neatly, but comes out straight away. So we push that on and we put those little screws on. It stays in. And these are EP screws to keep that trim in and to keep the front window in. Okay, well, and that's that, guys. That's putting everything together. I will fix that mirror. We've made that, and we put that whole front part together. So the only thing I still need to do is put that on, but I will make a small hole in this one, a small hole in that one, and then I put a little bit of metal wire through that, put a drop of super glue in there, and then hold it for a few seconds, and it should be done. Okay guys, that was a pretty harsh one, putting all those panels on. Have a good look at what the build guide does and what it says that you have to do first and second, because when we put that bumper on, I did not wire tie the wires that came out, and it was a hassle. Also, be very, very, very careful with that little thing there, where the mirror will go on, because I turned it around and broke it. I fixed it with a little bit of wire and a lot of super glue. That is pretty darn good in there. We've got that neatly in there as well. I left the plastic on there for it not to break. We put the switches in for the doors on both sides. We put these panels in on both sides. And I think on this side I had a lot of problems, because the screw hole that they bored on this side was not in the middle, so I had a hell of a lot of problems trying to get that in. So that's a little bit of no, that's a problem due to Eaglemoss Eaglemoss Hero Collector not doing their work properly. But further on, everything is in there. We connected everything from the front. We still have the wrong number plate, but that's all right. And we have that little thing that we still need to do. So put on somewhere. I don't know where that goes. At the moment, I don't see anything where we can put it onto. And I don't know by heart where that goes, but there's no light in there, just that little blue thing there. And I'm still sweating quite a lot from this, and it's not warm outside. It's only 16 degrees, and it's raining. So, but as you can see, we've got a little bit further on this one, and this car is coming together neatly. Hero Collector has done quite a proper job here. I think this could have been a little bit neater, and it's not super neat, but I like it. And as you can see as well, if I put it to the side, making sure I don't hit any cables somewhere. It is a pretty darn big car. As you can see in the background as well. It's a big car. It's I think it's the biggest except from the Routemaster when that's done, but that's it. Due to height, it's a big thing. But as you can see, with a smile on my face, I am enjoying this to the max, and I will be going on, and I will be building some more, and I've got quite a few. So check out my channel and have a look what I'm doing. It's really nice to see, and thank you very much for all the subscribers that came to me the last few days. I've gone over the 200 mark that I wanted to go to, even far away before my birthday. But thank you very much. Keep it coming, and please like, subscribe, and pass it on. And I do hope to see you next time on any of my other builds. Thank you very much. See you next time. Bye bye.